Right, loud and clear. Can you hear me? If yes, give me a thumbs up. All right. Okay, guys, good morning to all of you. Let's start our MAO right now. Okay, today is the 6th of August, 2021, Friday. Yes, again, it's always a Friday, and I'm always excited on Friday. Why? Because I get to rest on Saturday, on Sunday, right? Okay, this is going to be a very incredible day because today is a US non-farm payroll again. Now, for people who are very new to the financial market, non-farm payroll is a very important day because this is the day whereby the market go crazy. And because it will go crazy, I will seriously inform you that don't trade too much before the NFP. That means that usually by practice, not every time will be like this, but 95% probably, the market will be pretty slow moving to the point of almost absurdly non-moving until 8:30 p.m. Singapore time. All right, this is something very, very important that you must remember so that you will not be engaged into trading and get yourself swung by the market up and down. Okay, all clear on this? Now at 8:30 sharp, 8:30 p.m. Singapore time, okay, the market will go crazy because that's where the NFP data come out. And I'll explain more in details how NFP work at 8:15 p.m. Singapore time. And that means that, right, all the students of mine, you get to go to Zoom and watch this. And I'll also be doing it live telecast to the TWB Facebook page, okay? Facebook page at the same time. So the thing is this, we all know that many people are shorting gold right now, and they are also shorting the treasuries. Hey, wait a minute. I thought the treasuries is going up, right? Exactly. The yields is coming down, means the treasury is going up. Okay, very simple. So people are actually still shorting this too, because they realize that, okay, it seems that Federal Reserve is not going to do any form of tapering. That's the reason why the market itself is kind of choppy right now. But on the flip side, because there is this very heavy weightage that they want the Federal Reserve to taper. And therefore, right, if they do taper, the dollar will likely go up. And if the dollar goes up, then what will happen? The gold price will come down. So that's the reason why a lot of people are shorting gold right now. So now the thing is this, shorting gold, shorting treasuries, is it making money? Now, of course, we all know that recently gold has came up from the low. So that means that if you are shorted gold, you don't really make money. But if you have done treasuries and been shorting treasuries on the way up, you are in serious trouble. And how serious can that be? Wow, let's take a look here. This is a net long of the JP Morgan Treasury Client Survey. And you can see that majority of them are net short. Oh my goodness, net short. That's why it's down. Okay, net short. And of course, because of that itself, right, this hedge fund, if you cannot pronounce the name, all right, have lost 1.5 billion US dollars because of short squeeze. Yes, they were short squeeze. Meaning, right, with the bond price, they shorted the bond price, bond market, by keep on going higher and higher and higher. And after that, when the bond price shoot up, that's it. They got him. All right, so they lost $1.5 billion. Okay, my goodness. This is really incredible. So big boys can also lose money. All right, so don't think that big boys have the resources, the money, the network, the connection. They can still get hit by the market. Okay, this is something that you must know, and I'm sharing with you right now live. Okay, so before we start our charting and stuff like that, disclaimer as usual, we need you to understand that everything here itself, my job is to just translate for you what I see in the market. End of the day, whether or not the market follow the trend, follow whatever I say, is up to the market. All right, this is the reason why I take so much effort every morning to do this for you. Every morning, I take a lot of effort to do this PowerPoint slide. Trust me on this. Minimally 3 hours to 4 hours. Okay, just that recently I tried to sleep a bit later to get more energy for my daytime, but still a lot of work. Okay, so activity above, you identify me. Thank you. All right, so before we start to see the charts, right, let's have quote of the day. And again, Warren Buffett is involved. The market is a device for transferring money from the impatient to the patient. Now, recently, I think Sister Cynthia have been reminding a lot of us to be patient, and to be patient. And I totally agree with her. You know, end of the day is this: if you look at how Arun trade, you look at how Trader trade, and how Sister Cynthia trade, and some of these what they call our TWB members, right? You notice that the common word they use is not only just skill, not this discipline or risk management. The big word is patience. You really need to be very patient with the market. Okay, so this patience is one of the most valued skills that you can have as a trader, because you need to wait for that moment to come. So if the moment don't come, you just don't trade. As simple as that. That's the reason why we say KSI is green. We'd rather buy a KTR -1, -2, -3. It may not be the best time to buy in terms of momentum, but it is the value, it's the level that is good, because the risk-reward ratio is the best over there. Okay, so we talk about this more in, probably on the 9th of 9th of August. I'll tell you more about 9th August very soon. All right. So let's study the chart right now. The bulls goes moo, the bear goes grrr, and the lemmings go is different this time. Every time the lemmings say it's always different this time. Let's see whether it's any different this time. Let's take a look. All right, so let's take a look right now on the market. Let's look at China A50. China A50 yesterday did a BMB. So doing a BMB means I have to change my BMB to this point now. Okay, change a new BMB to this point here. Okay, got it. And I also have to have the MA30 and MA200 restructure a little bit. Okay, and you can see that now China A50 is down a little now, but yesterday we also saw it down a little first. Then after that, we saw it going up. Then after that, it came back down again. So it seems to be right, the selling pressure is still in the Chinese market. All right, they're still pretty sideways, not too sure what to do. And I repeated to you many times, right? I believe that these 2 days of selling have probably bring out many investors away, no foreign investors. So if they have got off on the market, it doesn't make any sense for them to go back in today, because the price is not different, no difference, right? So I don't think they'll go in. So the question mark is who went in then? Well, obviously it must be the retailers, or we're talking about the China plunge protection team. We call that the A team because they're the one who always protects. Okay. So this is what I feel in the market, and we see how it goes. But definitely with PMB today, we have to watch the market closer, because there's 2 ways we can look at it. One way is that the market could go higher. If it breaks above the RL, it can go higher. All right. Now you break below the SL, then of course the selling could bring it down all the way to the previous low at the BMB here. Okay. So traders, watch out for that. Good morning to you, all of you guys, Jerry, Fred, Janet, Chinghui, Kelza, Bai here, and Minhui. All right, good morning to all of you. All right, so you greet me good morning, I will definitely greet you good morning. Okay, all right, so that is the China A50 today. Okay, someone text me on the side and say, Kel, today why your voice is so loud and clear and so happy? I think you know that, right? End of the day, unless I'm sick or I'm in a home, okay? If not, I will always give you the best. Even though I may have a very big argument at home, I will still do my best and give you the brightest of me so that you guys will be happy. All right. I think the first thing is that in the morning, you don't see a new broadcaster just look at YouTube so unhappy, right? I haven't seen it before on our local media. All right. It was news at 9 p.m. and the lady was like so down. Oh my goodness. I was like, oh my God. So I texting her on the side. If there's a way next to her, say, do you know that you look very, very sad? Okay, that was what I saw, and he was slouching, and you can see that it was inappropriate anyway. All right, so today for Dow Jones right now is trading at 34,996. Now let me remind you again, for those who just joined us, do remember today's non-farm payroll. Usually non-farm payroll, before that the market will be very slow. It will grind up and down, up and down. If you're going to trade non-farm payroll day, I would suggest you take a break, go for a good lunch, good meal, come back at 8:15. Okay, that's where I'll be around to do live with you. Okay. So this is what I'm seeing right now. The Dow Jones is now trading at about 34,995. MLP for today, let's take a look. The MLP is somewhere here today. Now, yesterday, the Dow Jones again touches the MA30 and then rebounded right now. Yesterday, the Dow Jones opened below MA30. Then after that, you cross above MA30 at 34,872, and then you rally up all the way. That's why I say the MA30 is very powerful. And I will be talking about this on the 9th of August. Yes, indeed, 9th of August, I'll be talking to you about this. So please be around. You're not going to want to miss on 9th of August what we prepared for you. Okay, so that is the MA30 and the MLP. So today the today the MA30 number will be 34,872. Okay, that is the MA30. All right, morning to you, Eddie. All right, okay, so that we have that. So the market is definitely doing a bit of consolidation around here. So I'm not surprised that the market may go into a big upside or downside movement depending on tonight's non-farm payroll. Okay, so if tonight non-farm payroll, what they do and what will you do and what was the concern and everything, I'll explain this to you more in detail later on when you do the market outlook, all right, in terms of fundamental. Okay, so at least we now know that what is the level watch out for. The Dow Jones weekly, well, we can see that we are having a very interesting week now. We are almost near flat for the week, sorry. So which means that the market now, if you flat for the week, that means the closing is below the line again, and that is not very nice, all right? So we have to look at it. If the market can positively move up, right, then of course, all is well once again, okay? So this is a weekly chart. So let's look at the Dow Jones chart. We have time for this. Now, today's Dow Jones chart is back to normal, no more inverse pivot. Because some people ask me, is it because the system spoiled? That's why it keep on having inverse pivot. No, it's just because of how it's being structured. Okay, so what we have definitely is a zebra, red, yellow, red, yellow. It's a zebra formation. So that means that by right, we have this point here as a zebra formation, whereby meaning that this is the high, this is the low, we have the zebra. So which means that we have big movement coming soon, okay? Very big movement coming soon, okay? So how big is this? Well, basically, this is the range, okay? This is the range. So we're going to see something like this or something like this, okay? So we're going to have a range, something like this, okay? Upside and downside. Okay, so we have zebra, okay? That's one thing. And next thing is that today for this Dow Jones, the opening price is marginally below P1. This morning, it touches the P1 and pull back. But the KSI is definitely green and it's pretty strong green, in fact. So that's why even there's downside later on, right? The downside will be the most -1 to -2, unless something really happened drastically for tonight's non-farm payroll. Okay, so today, if the market goes back above P1, it's a buy again. I repeat, above P1 is a buy again because it's above OP and above P1 at the same time. So traders, take note of that, okay? Upside minimum potential is KTR +1, okay? Cool? All clear? All right. Okay, Hong Kong is going to open in just another 40 seconds. We're going to go live right now. Now, for Hong Kong today, we saw the MLP basically touch the MLP and rebounded. So that means that the market already took the MLP very seriously. Now, today, the MLP was somewhere around here. So as long as the Hong Kong market stays above the MLP, there'll be upside. Now the MA30 and the MA200 is already on in here, but once the market haven't started yet, we will keep it down there. Okay, we need the market to start, then we can see a very clear picture of this. Okay, Hong Kong is going to open in about 10 seconds time. I'm going to go live right now to look at the Hong Kong market with the TWB chart to show you that there's no way I'm typing the pivot level. It's all fully automated by the system. Okay, so go. All right, the market has just opened. Okay, the market has just opened. And the opening price is just slightly, let me see that. Yesterday closing price is 26,277. Today opening price is 26,262. So the opening price is just marginally lower. But you see, the price is below OP right now, but yet the bar is yellow color. So you see that in this one, that's why it's not Hikadashi chart. It's not a traditional chart. It's very, very different, okay? Very, very different. That's why people don't understand this. Today, live right now, you can see the market is going down below OP, and yet it's yellow color. So that is why I say our system is very unique. Okay, now what do we get from here? Well, the KSI is red. You can see a bit of weaknesses involved. So by right, if you ask me straight away, KTR -1 should be the target. Why is that so? Because opening price is here. The opening price is between two pivot. And below OP is a sell. If you see a CCYR, it's a sell. And because KSI is red, the chance of going to KTR -1, the probability is very, very high. So let's just see whether does this really make sense. Let's look at the 5-minute chart. And wow, it's coming down already. And we are very near to the KTR -1. So let's see now for another probably 30 seconds to see whether or not does that Hansing will just tap the KTR -1. Now, I repeat myself for the third time today because I see more people coming in. Remember today's NFP day. So go slow, okay? Whichever market you're involved in, just kind of go slow, okay? Because the market will likely be choppy sideways until we reach NFP time, which is 8:30 p.m. Singapore time. Okay, we are just a few more points away. And stop there, okay? Should we hit that? Yes, got it. Yay, you see that? That is how it works again. Simple. It's live right now that I show you the drawing and I tell you what will likely be happening, and it exactly. So last time the Dow Jones is up, right? But how come the Hang Seng is down? I told you, follow the rule, follow the system. That's how it works. Okay, so if you have traded just now because you're using 1 minute chart, or just I just trust you, just short the market, whatever it is, the market hit KDR -1 now, you should take profit. Okay, I repeat myself, for those who have shorted Hang Seng for whatever reason, then it's time to take some profit. Okay, clear? Excellent. Okay, so see, live trading, once again, proven. All right, for those who are online, you like the feeling? You like the feeling? Please key the word like this feeling. All right, if you really like this, okay, you really like what I shared to you, just key the word like this feeling. Okay, I can do this for you another day. If you like this feeling, key that word right now. All right. Now, I'm not too sure how many people in Singapore will wake up in the morning and then do live trading with you. I know some people do that, but I realize that it's not that consistent. They don't do it every day. And obviously, the accuracy itself, I think you can see for yourself. Whether it's good or bad, I think it's pretty clear. All right. So again, once again, I'm very happy to do this every morning before you, because end of the day, your happiness, okay, is the best. Okay, my best reward. All right, cool. All right, yeah, excellent. Thank you very much. Thank you, Ching Kui. Thank you, Eddie. Thank you, Fred. Okay, all right, we come to this later. Let's go China 850 again. China 50 is pretty flat right now. It doesn't have any much movement. So we do suspect that the Hong Kong market will also be like this unless something drastic happens. Okay. Now, I cannot say it's 100%, but over the years, I've been trading for 20 years. Okay, obviously, I will know one thing is that I cannot deny this. There's always this thing called Kelong, K-E-L-O-N-G. Now, it's a Malay word for, you know, bribery or in a way leakage. So what is happening right now is that I cannot deny this. Usually, if I see Hong Kong market towards the last half an hour, okay, maybe at 3:45 to 4:15 around there, the markets have to go down or go up strongly. Usually, I not say 100%. Usually, it may give a little bit of possibility that they may know what's going to happen tonight. But of course, again, please, I did it before the last time, and then everybody had to go crazy about it. I'm just sharing with you a personal take. Now, of course, you say, why Hong Kong then? Well, I think that because there's a lot of money to make. If you can get the information early and then you put it in Hong Kong, then of course you trade Hang Seng, and you know Hang Seng is pretty big market. You can make a lot of money from there. So of course this is 100%. No. I haven't backtest this. It's just a personal feeling. Maybe I'm just wrong, or maybe I'm just biased. Okay, please don't quote me later again. Ask me, Kel, you say this, you say that. I'm just sharing. If sharing is a problem, then please just block out the last 1 or 2 minutes. Okay, I'm just sharing. Okay, very scary. Okay. All right. So we have the China 850. We have the Hong Kong. So now let's go back to the NASDAQ. Okay. We've done the Dow Jones already earlier, right? Did I? Yeah, no. Okay. Never mind. Let's look at the Dow Jones then. Sometimes I'm already memory block. Okay. Yeah, I did right. Okay. So I told you already. So let's look at NASDAQ. Okay. Now NASDAQ. Oh my God. I told you NASDAQ will continue to go up because there's nothing better to buy anymore. Seriously. Cyclical stocks, people are not buying now because the COVID incidents are already increasing. We're talking about 100,000 cases now in USA level. Now we are talking about this globally now, the COVID cases are also increasing. So definitely itself, right, there's nothing to buy on cyclical. Now, of course, stay-home stocks now is getting a bit of notice. And those stocks that basically depend on the travels and stuff, like the transportation, the marines, the airlines, the recreation, the maritime, all these are affected. All right. So there's nothing better to do. So everybody's saying that, you know what, let's just buy technology because we can stay home now and just trade. We Zoom, we do our transfer, we do e-portal learning, e-commerce, yeah, everything for technology. That's why technology now is the big baby, the one that everybody wants. Okay, so that's the reason why we saw the NASDAQ go to new all-time high again. Okay. So with that happening right now, right? So what do we suspect to see? Well, as I said again, if I put MLP here, you see that the market stopped here brilliantly. If I put MLP right here, you see the market stays above MLP. So definitely for sure itself, right? Today's MLP will still be placed this way so that you guys know that that is a critical level for the NASDAQ today. So what is the level for the NASDAQ for today? Let's take a look. Okay, there we go. The critical MLP level for NASDAQ today is at 15,133. Okay, 15,133. Right. Thank you once again for Cheng Kui, Eddie, Fred, and David who take the initiative to write in the word like. Okay, thank you very much. Okay, so that will be the that will be the MLP for today NASDAQ. Okay, that's something to take note of. Now, today the MA30 will be somewhere around here, and that's about 14,945. It's pretty far away, so we have no much reason to be worried about. And of course, most importantly, this shows that the market is still very bullish. Okay, still very bullish for the NASDAQ. Now, someone did ask me and say, Cal, seriously, the NASDAQ have been up for a long while. Okay, yes, I got you. And the NASDAQ has been, really from 6,000 points just 1 year ago, and today it's at 15,000. It's up by more than 140%. Why ain't it coming down? Well, I already tell you guys regarding about the technology sector there. First of all, it is very controlled product. A lot of big boys are holding technology shares, okay? And because they're holding it itself, the liquidity in the market is really very little. Hence, therefore, if there are any sign of people actually shorting the market, right, especially on NASDAQ example, the traders will just go for the kill. You understand? It's a demand and supply game right here. Until the day you see the big boys unloading off a lot of technology share, there's abundance of supply in the market, and then this will change. But apparently now, I've been observing this, cyclical, yes, Dow Jones stocks, yes, but NASDAQ counters, they're still holding up very strongly, especially the main 5 counter, the FANGs counter. They're holding it very strongly. So really, very difficult, really very difficult. So if you're going to ask me really, what will be the best case scenario? So I will tell you my personal view right now. Anyway, today the market should be slow, so I don't think it'll be moving. So my best case scenario is this, guys. If you look carefully now from this point, okay? Now look at this point here, this point A. Okay, sorry. Point A, okay, point A. You realize that whenever the market stays above MA30, it doesn't really go down much, right? The only time when it goes down, that is where you need to watch out. That's point B. Can you see that now? But once it goes from point B, it goes below the MA30, and once it reaches a 200 moving average, you notice that immediately the market will always rebound. Okay, it almost always will do that. So you see that again, India is point C, and this is a C1. Do you notice that again? You notice that again? So that's my point. So which means that if any time there's going to be a chance whereby the NASDAQ come off and come down, right? You will notice that, okay, the MA200 will be somewhere nearby, and that will be a lovely time to buy the NASDAQ. So that's why if you ask me this, well, you can see that definitely in the RSI, we're definitely having a lot of divergence, RSI divergence. We see the market is going up, but RSI is going down. So a lot of charties are calling for sell at the moment. I'm not saying that I'm not also, but I'm just telling you that it's going to be tough for the market for the time being. So what I'm trying to say is this. When the day the NASDAQ breaks below MA30, yes, of course, you go for the kill, go for the sell. That's one. Number two is that when the market goes to the 90% mark, when the market goes to the MA30, okay, MA200, when the market goes to MA200, okay, that will be the D zone, okay, D zone. That goes to the ABC zone already, right? If you go to the D zone, do watch out for buying potential, okay? Are we clear with this? All right, D zone, okay? So I'm gonna write it down for you, okay? For today, I write it down for you. If NASDAQ goes down to D zone, okay? Look for some support. Okay, got it. All right, so you can see that today I know how to do this thing now. I can type for you, so y'all will not lose things, and in between y'all will not get lost. And then after that, we have all the unnecessary misunderstanding. Okay, this D zone is not death zone, it's not whatever zone. It's just that today we just have this picture. So if you don't go through my MAO, you won't understand what's D zone, correct? It's just a sharing here based on today's MAO, okay? Not because it's a new thing that I created for TWB system. Yeah, I need to be very clear with this. Okay, all right, okay. So how about the NASDAQ today? Let's take a look right now, but let's look at China first. China is trading a little bit lower right now, trading a bit lower. Watch out for the BMB SL level, it has to stay. Then also we have to watch out for gold is down already a little bit. I'm coming to gold shortly. Wait, I do this one first. Okay. So let's look at the Hang Seng now. It's going lower. It's going to break the pivot 2, 26100. If it breaks below pivot 2, there will definitely be more selling to come. Okay, that is for sure. And some more is a CCYR. It's good to sell because the KSI is red. So CCYR sell on Dow Hang Seng today. This morning will be a good short. So if I actually did do my MAO right, I'll be shorted having money already. Okay, never mind. Let's do the NASDAQ, shall we? Okay, now this is the NASDAQ chart. Everything looks good. Nothing have changed. We have a big CCYR back then about 1 week ago, but you can see almost instantly after 2-3 days, the market just couldn't go down. And of course, the market flipped to CCRY, and that's why I tell you guys, NASDAQ will go up again. And truth be told, NASDAQ has went up again. Right, the question will be now we're at all-time high again. Is it a good time to take profit? Well, I told you guys, if there's going to be any real sell down, the keyword today must see a BNB. Today must see a BNB. Must, okay? So if this is not a BNB, then of course it's not lah. So is it BNB? No. So we had to wait for a BNB. Why must I say that? Because we have seen many times when the market is a BNB at a historical high, that is usually the selling point. Okay, so this is one clue that we can look out for. But if it's not right, then you don't need to be worried. Okay, it's still too early to call. Who knows, not today, maybe next week, next month, I don't know. Okay, so with that understanding now, for today, the opening price, KSI is green in color. So as long as the market stay above OP, we should see the market still go to new high, 15,240. If the market goes below OP and go below P2, we could see some selling, but because KSI is green color, -1 to -2, in my opinion, that will be the best. That will be the usual level for support. Okay, usual level for support. Okay, clear? All right, so upside is still there because you can see this is a TSCB for PTP student, and of course the market did a color change exactly on the TSCB level. That's why the NASDAQ go up. I repeat that TSCB is a very powerful tool. I realize that not many students watching using it. Actually, I tell you, it's one of a very powerful tool. Whenever you see a color change that happen on TSCB, it's definitely a good trade over there. Really, I don't deny this. But I just kind of realized that many PTP students, right, don't really look at it much because it's just a line there. Actually got this impact. All right, I'll revise this again during the PTP session for those who are joining us. Okay, so that's NASDAQ for you. S&P 500 now, well, new all-time high again. Everything looks good. Okay. Sorry, my bad. The new all-time high, yesterday the high was 4430.2. The high is 4430.3, so it means by 0.1. Okay, my bad. Not an all-time high today. But still almost there already. All right, so how about today? Well, as long as the market stays above MLP today, we should see all-time high. Okay. I repeat, as long as the market stays above the MLP, we should see all-time high. All right. Wait, I now realize that where's this line come from? Okay, this is a BNB. Where's the nearest BNB? Yeah, here we go. That is a BNB lah. Okay. All right. Let's change this one. Not I get myself confused. Hold on. Okay, that's better. Okay, so what we have now for the S&P today, the MA30 is 43.83. We are now basically 40 points away, unless we break MLP lah. If not, I don't think you'll come down to the MA30. Really, I don't think so. So I think we don't need to worry about that unless the market breaks MLP today. Okay, cool. All right. Then we look at the NASDAQ, the S&P again today. S&P. Here we go. S&P today, very simple. The KSI is green. It's between the two moving, between two pivots. So as long as the market stays above pivot 1, it will go to 4433.3, and that will likely be the new all-time high, right? Yeah, indeed. All right. So if the market goes below OP and stay down, the maximum is 4405, unless the market breaks below the MA, break below the pivot 2 for today, which I don't think is possible unless I say something very drastic happened to the non-farm payroll result today. Okay. All right, so you heard me loud and clear. I talked about all the markets. I talked about Hong Kong too. I talked about China too. All right, China is now down to nearly the BNB SL level. That's why we see Hong Kong now is down quite a fair bit already. Hong Kong, yeah, Hong Kong is down now below the pivot 2, below the 26,100 level. Someone did say this text going to cite again as Mikel can short Hong Kong now or not. I say that, well, if it's below P2, find the nearest CCYR to short if you want to. All right, go to 5 minutes, but you notice that there's no CCYR for you now, right? Don't have, right? So don't have, then it's going to be a bit tough for you to short the market like when you don't have, right? Yeah, so that is my personal view here. Okay, so you just don't do it first, wait for the better, what do you call, better color change, all right? Okay, so yes, wait a excuse me. Okay, got an idea? Another student asked me, say, Kel, do you think that today non-farm payroll will be good or bad? all these are text me on the side. I will explain to you about my view on non-farm payroll shortly on the group chat. Sorry, this in MEO later. Now, Hang Seng is coming down. It's going to go for the KTR -3, most likely 26,010. Okay, those who really want to have already shorted the Hang Seng, please take back your position now because you have traded already. 26,010 already traded. Okay, so yeah. All right, done. Huh? Okay. Hey, sorry. Okay, so we are done with Hang Seng. Let's look at the DAX. Now, DAX, I told you yesterday, DAX, as long as DAX stays above MLP, DAX will go higher, and indeed it went higher. And I also tell you that most likely you come out to this chocolate bar here. If you are TWB trained, you will know what chocolate bar. You will know that this is chocolate bar, and you will know that this is a target board. And you look at it, brilliant. Okay, right. Look at it. How incredible is this? Okay, let me just redraw this properly again. Look at it right now, and go. Look at it. Look at the amazing accuracy, right? That means that you know that as long as the market stay above OP yesterday, and then it's MLP, I already told you the market will come to this point, and indeed the DAX really go to that point. You see, that is how amazing our system is, okay? And to prove it to you, not say that we lie about it, let's go to the DAX chart. You will see the aftermath. Wow, Hang Seng is still dropping down. Oh, wow. Okay, so not too sure what's happening in Hong Kong, but definitely is making a little bit of wave over there right now. And I have a lot of students now texting me on the side. They make money. I'm happy for you. Congratulations to you. All right, well done. Okay, let's look at the DAX market. Let's go. Oops, sorry, there's oil DAX. Okay, so let's look at the DAX. Okay, look at the DAX chart. You see that? This is automatic. You see that? The market automatically has drawn for you the technical point. So it's not drawn by me. It's drawn by the system. The system draw all these TP point itself. Okay. So you can see that the TP point is at 15,759. So the DAX almost reaches it, almost, but didn't. Okay. Now yesterday, how we traded DAX? Very simple one. Yesterday, the opening price is between the two pivot 1 and pivot 2, right? So KSI is green. Okay, KSI is green, not this one. The day before. So this one, yeah. The day KSI is green because you are now doing a recap. So KSI is green. So above OP, you just buy. Above OP, you just have to stay on the buy side, nothing else, all right? Because the market, although it triggered pivot 2, now below pivot 2, you can sell. Below pivot 2, you can sell. But because the KSI is KSI is green in color. So sorry, you also saw the color gray. Okay, the KSI is green in color. Green in color. Hence, therefore, when the market go to KTR -1 or -2 or most -3, which you usually don't do that, -1 or -2, once it goes there, you look for buying. That's all you need to do, right? Exactly. And of course, let's take a look now. We do a short, quick recap on the DAX right now. Can you see it for yourself? Okay, so the DAX came down yesterday, but it did not even go down to KTR -1. It did not go down, not enough. Then after that, it recovers already. Now, once it recovers, as you know, what's the rule of the game, right? Is that if the market stays above OP and pivot 1, pivot 2, because it rebounded from pivot 2, right? Any CCRY can buy. And here you see that now, the market really goes up. Beautiful, right? Any CCRY you can buy, and then you buy out. And of course, you may say, but Kel, if your pivot 2 can't be short, but you must understand that KSI is green in color. So it's only be favorable to the buy side. So if you can sell, you shorted, nothing wrong. Just that if you turn long, you have to buy back again. That's a very important thing. So if you buy on the DAX yesterday at about pivot 2 level, you will see that the DAX really follow it nicely and go up. That's why I say it is so important to know the KSI of the day. Then you know that which direction to pick, and you trade according to that rule. That is the point of how we trade the market. Okay, got an idea now? Okay, so that's DAX for you. Last one is Nikkei. Now Nikkei, let's take a look at Nikkei. There we go. Wow, Nikkei has just touched the MA30 beautifully and stopped there. Wow, almost pinpoint. So today's Nikkei, the MA30 is at 27,887 or 88 Okay, never mind, 87. So which means that if the Nikkei, fail to stay above 27,887, the Nikkei might be coming down because it touches MA30. And the last time we saw this, it happened before. It happened before. It happened before. It happened before. Can you see that? So if the market stays below the MA30 after touching it, right, then the downside could go all the way down again. So the Nikkei may go back down to 27,000 points if let's say this is part of the whole entire downtrend setup. So if we put the MLP today, it will be somewhere around here at 27,644. So which means that if the Nikkei goes down, there is a high chance that Nikkei will go down to 27,000, maybe in 1 or 2 weeks time. It is possible. But of course, if the Nikkei goes above the MA30, then of course you can go much higher, maybe to 28,650. So watch out for Nikkei. This is my projection for time being, 27,887 and 27,000. So I write it down for you guys just in case. Okay, Nikkei, if stays above MA30 27,887, we could see 28,650. But if it stays down, the next target would be 27,000. Okay, I have given you the information in the group, in the chat, to take a look. All right, so that is what we are seeing on the Nikkei right now. Okay, so all clear. Okay, so that's Nikkei. Let's look at Nikkei on the day chart, shall we? Now Nikkei day chart, it has touches. Oh, interesting. 27,878. Oh wow. Okay, it means very nearby. All right, it's 10 points away from the MA30. So which means that the Nikkei touches the MA30 and also touches the pivot one and then hit that level, come back down. Ooh, that's why they can see some selling. And although the KSI is green in color, right, it's supposed to go up initially, which actually went up. If you go to KTR +1 easily, all right, if you go to KTR +1 easily, let's take a look. Ah, indeed, really happened. You see that? The Nikkei, once it opens, can you see? Once it opens, which is here, it did go to KTR +1. Really, it did go there beautifully. But once it hit the KTR +1, it U-turn and then come all the way down already. All right, but you see that the accuracy is a KTR +1. All right, look at it. And the pivot one also there. Oh my goodness. And you notice, right? That's how we talk about the MA30. The MA30 for the Nikkei is 27,887. The KTR +1 is 27,889. I think you can see that. Let me just bring the chart a bit lower for you. Yeah, let me bring it down for you. You can see better. Can you see that right now? Can you see now the level here shows that the KTR +1 is 27,889. The earlier I told you the MA30 was 27,887. So it was the same thing, kiss and go. Wow, look at it. So imagine that this is really a TWB system workable with the Nikkei market, with the Japan market. You know how big this thing can go. Wow, imagine we can now promote this to those people in Japan. Then maybe some of the bosses there may give me free lunch, free sashimi, and some sake. All right, are you not right? Think about this. I cannot imagine how far can we go in this business. Really, think about this for a moment. I think you will then see my point. But this is all live sharing. I cannot lie about it every day. Okay. All right. Incredible. All right. So that is Nikkei for you. Indices for you. I've covered all the indices. Let's look at the commodities right now. Now, okay, we have gold coming down. Now, yesterday I did tell you about gold. I tell you we have a strong resistance at 1829 level. Okay, so I need to be very delicate. I bring this away. I bring away all the levels away first. Now, everybody take a look here. Yeah, I'm gonna move away some of the lines first. Okay, so what we saw is yesterday gold stay above the MA 200 initially. Then it went up to the high of 1814. So we thought that gold was going to go up already, right? Then after that, the data came out and then gold just slammed down very fast. And then it broke the MA30, sorry, MA 200 first, and it broke below the MA30 at the same time. So this is very ugly. To break two moving averages of such a big magnitude difference, right, is not a good sign. And that's why you can see the gold price is coming down. And that's the reason why I keep on reminding you I'm not that comfortable to buy gold at that moment itself. Is probably this one reason. All right, the way the market retrace back, that's one. Okay, so what do we see in gold right now? Well, I already told you my view yesterday. All right, if you remind you, right, if gold stays down, gold can go down to 1887, right? Remember? Yeah, something like that. 1797, sorry, 1797. Okay, the gold will go down 1797. So let me bring it down to you now. First of all, I'm going to put for you the MA 200, and I'm going to put for you the MA 30. So you can see that, right? It's very tight squeeze, and now the market's trading below the two MAs. So likely we could see that the gold come down to 1787. Okay, 1787. Sorry, I got it wrong. Sorry, 1787. Gold can come down to this level here. Of course, you will say, Kel, but there's very strong support at about this area here, right? This area here, the one I can draw imaginary line now. The imaginary line is at 1792. The imaginary line that a lot of traders will use is 1792. And that's the point here. When everybody thinks that it will not be it will be the strong support, right? The boys is just very evil thinking. They may actually purposely go down to 1792, clear away all the hopes of traders, then maybe they buy. So that's the reason why I say there is a small possibility for gold to slam down to 1787, especially if tonight is a non-farm payroll night. It's a small potential that this may actually happen. Okay, so this is something that to take note of. This is gold price right now. So as long as gold stay below the 1807, the MA30, that isn't a good reason to buy gold today. Okay, this is something that you must take note of. Based on conventional chart, conventional. Okay. All right. Just give me a short moment. I need to give out a simple, quick message. Okay, what? Today no briefing. Let them. Okay, all right. So that is the and let them say that today. You want? No trading also. No trading. Okay. Yeah. Okay, thanks. All right, King Hua is here. You bought me coffee. Okay, so we have gold, and then we look at the weekly chart. Okay, the weekly chart very, very clear. We see 4 weeks couldn't. It broke the 1820, but it didn't stay above. And unless dramatically something happened tonight, if not, it's going to be the 4th week in a row the gold stays below 1820. So remind yourself this. If ever one day, if gold can stay above 1820, stay above it, wow, that will be a good time to buy gold, because 1820 have been really ridiculously resisted for 3.5 weeks. I mean, today's last day. So almost 4 weeks. If gold can stay above 1820 one day, one on the week one, I don't know when will that be, then gold will go up. And how much will it go up? Well, easily, in my opinion, again, I'm going to draw it for you. It'll be 1859. That is the level that we talked about, 1859. Okay? All right, so we talk about this. So 1820 to 1859, that's a lot of money. That's $39. If you know how to utilize it properly, that's a lot of money there. Okay? All right, so that's gold. So let's look at the gold day chart right now. Gold day chart, not nice. Okay, let's refresh the chart just in case. Okay, so what we see is that today we have a very clear CCYR on the gold chart today. So it's not pretty for the gold. We have blue bar extending downwards, not pretty at all. The KSI is green and it's up green. Okay, interesting. I know that now you're seeing red color, but we do not use today's KSI as a reading formula. We read yesterday's market movement. So with the KSI green, that means that if the gold price do come down to KTR -1 to -3, traders, you may not want to sell the gold at those areas. You may want to buy gold instead. But of course, today the people and people two is pretty white. So that means that if the market comes down, it will likely be in the range of KTR -1 to -3. Yes, indeed, if the KSI is green, you can consider to buy. Yes, but of course, with the day chart CCYR, then maybe today it'll be confusing, right? Then just stay out today. Okay, just stay out and let the market move around first. After non-farm payroll, then we talk about it. Okay, are we clear with this on the gold side? If you're clear, everybody, please keep it clear right now so that you understand gold. Because I know that a lot of you are holding gold position. You want to buy gold to keep for long term, and you know, end of the day is this. As I said, gold, in my opinion, will be moving up. But I already told you from now, August to September, I expect the gold to be sideways grinding slowly. All right, sideways grinding slowly. So that is my view that I already shared with you, and hopefully you got it. If you didn't get it, please do me a favor. Watch my previous MAO. I did say that. Okay, I said that gold will be sideways. It will grind up slowly, but it will be sideways upwards. Okay, very slow upwards. Now, why do I say that? Because it makes a lot of sense. Because gold now is became an inflation tool, but it also can be a sacrifice tool for the market to take profit if let's say there's any profit taking on the equity market, all right, if there is one. Okay, all clear, very good. So we have done with gold. Let's look at silver. Well, silver, we have a bit of problem. Silver, let's take a look at silver. Silver has dropped further, and yesterday, look at it beautifully. It touched the MA30 and then it came down. Again, that show you the power of MA30 and how it's what we call touch and go, touch and go, touch and go. All right, so what happened is this, it's very clear today that the market yesterday lost MLP, lost MA30 at the same time, and that's why silver yesterday came off, okay? Quite a bit of money, yeah? Okay, so how about today now? Silver now is definitely off the MA30 right now. MA30 is a little lower now. I can adjust this accordingly. Okay, so what we have right now is that the silver most likely had to come down a bit more to maybe $24.94 or $25 flat. Then I did say that if silver come down anytime between 24, 23, you can buy and pick some silver and keep. Okay, and keep. But you know, you must wait for a while because it's not going to go up in the near term. Because you look at the trend, compared to gold trend, silver trend is more towards the declining side. You cannot deny this. So only hope is that, right, it can stabilize around $24.30 around the area and doesn't go down further, then this may break the entire trend. So at the moment now, we have to wait for silver to form a base first. Okay, for silver, this is the silver, the TWB chart on silver. You can see that it's a CCYR, and today it's a CCYR on the silver, so same like the gold, but the KSI is a KSI jump instead. So maybe later on, if the price come down to KTR -1 to -3, who knows, silver may find a little bottom. All right, let's take a look. Okay, so maybe around here it may U-turn again. So let's see whether I'm right or not. So the number is $24.82. So we are about 30 cents away. Now silver is not the most active counter. So if you're buying silver to trade, right? Not saying impossible, just say it's going to be a bit tough. Okay, a bit tough. All right. So just to let you know about silver. Okay, so we're done with silver. Let's look at the final commodity, and that's crude oil. Now, crude oil, I told you, you go down below, it's still not down enough improvement. And yesterday, the market rebounded first, so fair enough. So what do I see for this crude oil? Well, crude oil, first of all, today MLP is here, $68.34. The market is way below the MA30, so which means that for crude oil, the downside potential is still there. The target is still at $66.41, but that is the KCB or the chocolate bar. So likely there is a chance for crude oil to go down toward that particular level. Okay, so if the MLP stays, it will recover. But if the market break the MLP, then of course I'm going to see $66.65. Okay, so this is what I feel about the crude oil based on the conventional chart. And the non-conventional chart, which is our TWB chart, let's take a look. TWB chart, okay, today is interesting. It's above O pivot 1. So by right, above OP, above pivot 1 is a buy. KSI is green, confirm buy. So upside, if let's say it goes above OP and above pivot 1, today the upside is there, okay? So about maybe $70. That is the cash SL level, all right? So it's $68. So above OP, it may go higher, okay? But of course, if the crude oil really goes down and break below pivot 1, then definitely we should see some selling down all the way to the level I told you about $66. So let's just see whether what will happen today. But usually non-farm payroll doesn't affect the crude oil prices. Very, very rare. So you don't expect to see any big movement for non-farm payroll tonight from crude, okay? It doesn't really move on non-farm payroll night. Okay? All right, so that's it. I have covered all the commodities too at the same time. I will talk about the equity market. I finished my technical charting. So if you want to stay on for the global news and alternate market news, then you stay on, all right? I'll come back here in about 15 seconds time, 1-5, okay? Okay, I'll come back, don't run away. Wow, you see, I got coffee, I got kueh, all from Pinghua. Okay, someone text me and see on the site, Cal, other than Friday, any more happier reason? Well, I think probably one more reason I can think of now is that, yeah, I'm finally ending my vegetarian diet tomorrow. Yes, tomorrow will be my last day taking vegetarian. I know that to those who are taking vegetarian for all your life, I know that it doesn't sound nice, but to me, I'm a very big meat lover. So for me to take 10 days, 20 days vegetarian, it really is incredible, and not even my wife was saying me that it's impossible. But I took already now more than probably more than 60 days already. So I feel good. I mean, I don't mind doing doing it like on a regular basis, maybe like 1 week, a few more days. But sorry, I just love to have my meat. So sorry about that. Okay, guys, so let's now go back to the market. I covered the index already. Let's look at the charts right now for the news. Okay, so remember, Susan go live. Okay, today Susan won't go live, but I am going live at this period of time. I'll tell you more later on. Okay, for those who are still contemplating about whether to join the TWB Pro Trader program, I really think you should. And I say more and more people are joining us. You can see that the numbers are coming in, so do not procrastinate, all right? You don't want to miss such a great time to spend time with me, because I'm going to tell you a lot of solid stuff during the PTP session, because I say the mixed PTP, maybe the next one will be probably in October or November already. So you don't want to miss this, okay? And of course, definitely for sure, if version 5 is going to be along the way coming out soon, then of course the PTP version will definitely be even higher. Of course, definitely the thing that we're adding in will be even better, okay? So that's why don't miss out this PTP. Okay, now take note, 9th of August is a national day. It's a Monday, right? Yay, we'll celebrate our national day already. Okay, all right. So the thing is this, okay, that what will happen on that day. Now, I'm quite sure most of us will be at home, right? Okay, all right, we can't go much places. So that's why I'm going to give you a special NDP Zoom session on that day itself, okay? So what you do is very simple. On that day at Singapore time, 3 p.m., we will do a Zoom session. I'm still thinking what's the best thing to share with you, but I already have some announcement to share. So be around at 3 p.m. before National Day parade starts, right, until 4 p.m. Maybe it may cross a little bit more, 4:15, 4:30, but somewhere around there, okay? It's a Zoom session, which means it's going live. Obviously, I will still link it to Facebook, but I just, but my communication will be fully on that. And of course, there's a bit of request is that if you can, flip on your view cam. I won't force you, but it'll be good. Then we get a drink, and then we enjoy ourselves, okay? All right, so let's just do that, okay? Okay, on the coming Monday, National Day itself, okay? All right. Now, yesterday we have the data, the initial jobless claim data, 385,000. Now, we talk about this, right? The guess who's the closest, right? Someone has won. Very, very close, okay? Are you here? Are you here? Karen, are you here? Karen, are you here? All right, Karen Sim, you have won it. You call for 382. It is the closest to 385. You will get the ADA coin from us. Susan will contact you later in the afternoon. Congratulations. Yay. All right, there are many of you who are very close, 385, 386, 384. I mean, sorry, not 384, 386 and 387, 388. So the closest to it is Karen. It's only at 3 points, 3,000 away. The next one was 380. 386, I think. Yeah. So Karen is the one that won it. Okay, within 3. All right. So congratulations to you, Karen. Yeah, well done. Okay, you were accurate pinpoint. Yeah. Okay. All right. So that is what happened. Now tonight, what will happen? Now tonight we will go live. Yes, tonight at 8:15 p.m. Singapore time. We will go live, okay? Get your drink, get your popcorn, your chips, whatever. We will go live at 8:15 p.m. We'll go live. I'll allow you to guess the NFP number as we go nearer to the time. And then after that, we also have another lucky draw. So it's like a bit of having a bit of fun here. We cannot do our gathering, unfortunately. So we do it in the office. which means that we go live, we see the NFP together. And if you think that you want to join us, if you think you want to join us in the office today, just to join us for the fun of it, right, just come down to your office. But you must register with Susan first by today before 3 p.m. so that we know who is coming in, and we may prepare some light snacks for you if, let's say, we have numbers, okay? But of course, it's COVID time. You think that no, we can't do that. I think it's fine also. Makes sense, right? So of course, the requirement is that you must have 2 jabs. Okay. All right. Anyway, the thing is this today and Zoom. Let's stay at home. Stay at home. Better still be safe. Okay. Tonight, stay home if you can. Zoom session. It's a Zoom session. Okay. The link will be out at about probably 7:30 p.m. Okay. So we will guess the NFP, and then we see who will be the lucky winner. Also during lucky draw. So today, 8:15 p.m. Okay. Now, last night, we saw the Dow Jones again escalated higher, all the way up by another 200 points. You can see that once it hit probably by 12 midnight, it doesn't move at all, right? It moves like it's just a thing. That's the reason why I say the market is really buoyant with money. And seriously, no one wants to sell anymore. Everybody's a buyers. So as long as you buy, people want to sell. The amount of people want to buy is definitely overweight the people want to sell. So that's the reason why no matter how the market comes down, right, almost instantaneously, the market will go up again. Why? It's filled with money. This market is filled with money, really. So the Dow Jones up 200 points again, S&P not just the record close ahead of Friday's key jobs report. So what is happening? Energy stock, travel stocks bounce back from it. Hey, I thought the COVID, right? I say again, the market don't care anymore. All right. So as long as the market just want to buy, they'll give you any other good reason. So the thing is that we saw on Friday the ADP numbers the initial jobless claim was 385, was within the same benchmark, but it's actually much higher than before pandemic time. Actually, you must understand that. But again, the market don't care, so we don't need to bother. So this week itself is a big week. Yes, indeed, there's a lot of direct implication for what the Federal Reserve will do, especially ahead of the next meeting in August, whereby Jackson Hole. All right, so that is why today's non-farm payroll will be quite heavily weighted. Now, we saw the ADP number. We were looking at 653,000 as the estimate consensus. But the problem is that when the market came out, 330,000, right, that basically bring the market down. But for a while only, then after that, the market bite up again. Why? They say that, okay, doesn't matter. As long as Federal Reserve say, I got money coming in, 120 billion, I'm not going to taper near term, so what's the bother? Again, that's my point. It's just like a child being scolded by the parent and saying that the kid is like spendthrift, anyhow spend money, you score. But end of the day after that, you pass him again and $120 billion to spend. So you see my point. It's not helping, but it doesn't matter because the market don't care. So today the market starts looking at 845,000. Okay, is that the correct number? Let me take a look. You see, you realize this, the CNBC says 845,000 for consensus, right? But you look at investing.com, they're looking at 870,000. So different website will give you different consensus. That's also another why we don't trade this NFP, because if you look at a lower number, it goes above, it's better. If you put a higher number, it goes lower, it's not so good. So it's really don't have a number. This consensus is all depending on their own so-called data survey, so that's why it's not really accurate. That's my reason why I hardly bother about NFP, because it's a lot of K-long and it doesn't really make any sense. But of course, some traders say they are very good with this NFP. They can catch the low, catch a high. Then I say always, if they are good, find them. It always makes sense that you are not here just to stay with us. You can go with any other trainers. If you think that other trainers, they can give live calls better than TWB, no worries, join them. Go and join them, learn from them, improve your trading. This is just a school in your life, okay? It's not to be the eventual last school, right? Unless you really take it as so serious that, okay, Cal, I will stay with you forever, which I will appreciate, but definitely for sure, if you think that other schools are better, you want to combine two together, why not? Why not, right? As long as you do that properly, I'm fine. As long as you just don't put it into our own group chats, then of course, that will be the main thing. If not, you will drive students to the other side, then it's not fair to me, right? Think about this. I do so much things for you guys, and you just happen to actually post things into there as well, right? And then after that, you bring traffic to the other trainer. I think that's not very nice. Okay, so that's the reason why I say combine, learn, but okay, be fair. Okay, So for today's, right, you can look at it right now for today's, yesterday Dow Jones, you can see the Dow Jones come down, hit the pivot 2, hit the KSI, and instantaneously rebounded. I told you guys, as long as the KSI is green, you have to trust the rules. If the rule says if you hit some technical point, it will not go down, it will have to go up. So that's why you see yesterday, oh my goodness, look at the way the Dow Jones displayed itself. Ding dong in the morning, we don't trade. Then suddenly it came down. Okay, then the beauty part is this, it hit the pivot 2, right? Now, by right, CCYR below pivot 2, below OP to sell. Yes, we know that. But the problem is the KSI is green in color. So even let's say you tell me you shorted. But once the market goes above, you to buy back, right? Because that is how it is. Now, take a look here. The KSI didn't jump because there was a green bar initially in front. But the KSI has flipped to a buy side. That tells you one thing. And after that itself, right, the market did this again. The market now stays above OP, CCRY above OP. All right, so by right, you can see that the markets will stabilize and then bang, that's where it goes already. So now you understand why KSI day chart is so important. Once you know it already, right, you just look up for all the turning point, all the color change that touches the technical point, the pivot, the OP, the KTR. Once it triggers those points, that is where you need to go and exercise a trade. And nothing is, you cannot lie about this because you see all the color change happen exactly at those technical point. This is why I say you need to be very patient. You need to be very, very patient with your trading. You just have to be patient. You can definitely see some trades available. Right now for gold, we have a bit of problem right now. For gold, we can see yesterday gold opened between the two pivot. By right, KSI is green. We're supposed to see upside. But unfortunately, when the gold came down, once it go below P2, which is 1806, then of course the market give no chance already. The market just started to sell. So what happened? The market was basically toying below OP for most part of the day. Then suddenly one big selling came in after the market touched the OP around here, but there's no trigger. It go down all the way, broke P2. Now below P2, below OP, that's it. You cannot buy already. So below OP, below P2, look at it. The way it slammed all the way down to 1797. It did try to recover because the KSI is green, right? It tried to recover, but it didn't recover high enough. Eventually, it stayed flat about 1803. It's still marginally about 1800 level, but definitely yesterday gold was not easy to trade. So if people got caught in gold, I can totally understand this. There's nothing I can tell you much because it was not supposed to be like that. So that means artificially, somehow or other, there's something that probably some people know, and that's causing it. All right. So that is the market review. And now let's just go back to the charts right now. Okay, there's some PowerPoint issue again. Okay, so now for local and global news, we have Dr. Fauci warns more severe COVID variant could emerge as US cases nearly 100,000 cases daily. Wow. And Dr. Fauci now says that, right, this upcoming coronavirus mutation could be even more contagious than Delta, wow, which has a viral load of about 1,000 times higher than the Alpha variant. You know, kind of when I read this itself, right, I kind of like regret taking my vaccination. But then again, if you don't take, maybe it's even worse. So now I can tell you this. Don't you realize that majority of the vaccine came from USA, approved by USA, right? And they are having one of the biggest problem now ongoing. Of course, you can blame people who didn't take the vaccine, that's why they're causing it. It's probably like that, right? They are saying that. So all I can say is please go take your vaccination shot. Whether it work or don't work, just prepare yourself because this is crazy. Look at it. This is what happened last year when the market surged up, right? Initially. Then after that, we have one big wave in July. July. Find it familiar? Exactly. I thought July to September should be okay. Well, that is where it's supposed to be the down peak, right? Because that is where the weather get hot and stuff like that. No, it doesn't work that way. So it seems to be working forward now. Now, by right, August, we should see what in the chart form, August, we should see coming down, right? Now we're August, so we only hope that this will happen. Now, if it doesn't happen and it escalate further, right, then we have a big issue because that means it doesn't follow the chart anymore. So that's the reason why I'm saying this, traders, you just have to be careful. But you realize this again in October, November, December, when the variant was going crazy, the coronavirus cases was going crazy, the stock market also go up. So in short, whatever is happening, the stock market will still go up. So there's nothing to be worried about, at least from the trader point of view. Okay? All right, so Joe Manchin, all right, says that he's deeply concerned about the federal easy money policy and urges Jerome Powell to taper. I is a senator, okay? I am increasingly alarmed that the Federal Reserve continue to inject record amounts of stimulus into our economy. Very concerned. He felt that, this is not good. In fact, he realized that, if they don't do this, things will get very bad. So, because Federal Reserve since last year has slashed interest rate and been buying billions and billions of dollars of securities now, more than $8.4 trillion now, that is how they do it. So when you pump in so much money, the equity market will definitely benefit. So he felt that, this is the wrong thing to do. But of course now, more and more Fed chiefs say that, maybe it's really a good time to cut, because if we continue doing this, it will just kill the economy. Now, Jerome Powell, do know that his term will expire in February, but then again, based on what I'm seeing right now, very good chance that it's very good chance that he will retain his position. The only thing is that he is a Republican, so the question is, will he stay for Democrat White House? That's the question here. But from what he's been doing now, I can't see why he won't stay long. So again, this is bullish for the market. Now, of course, there are some saying that market losses ahead, and Japan could be one of the hardest hit by this Scandinavia bank. Okay, so this guy Sean Yokoda, says that the Japanese market will be hardest hit because of the COVID, because the market is weak, and overall itself, it's in a very dangerous position of inflation, And of course, with COVID cases now increasing in Japan, almost 500% from July the 1st level, we mentioned that. That's the reason why. Where is the Olympic now? I think your answer is there. So all I can say is this: everything happened for a reason. It cannot be anything else. All right, so what is the reason to stay bullish right now? Well, definitely for sure, you can see the small cap really went wild yesterday. Everything was flat for a few days. Then suddenly yesterday, the small cap just go ballistic. Now, why? Because I told you guys, everybody's staying in home now to trade. Who the hell will go out? I mean, everybody's making so much money. There's so much coverage on Robinhood. There's so much money on this AMC counters, GME counters. Seriously, if there's money to make every single day, why must I stay out to trade? To stay out, I myself trade. And you can see yesterday, AMC shares went up, Why? Because apparently now, short sellers is really the taboo in the market. So O'Day basically made headline. They went to short AMC. And because they short AMC, normally when a hedge fund short something, you will see the market go down further, No more. Nowadays, it's opposite direction. The moment someone say, I short, oh my goodness, all the so-called sharks will come. And the sharks are going to tear down the shares. They're going to push up the shares all the way. So apparently yesterday, those who traded AMC, the Reddit's one, the Wall Street bets traders all went for the kill. They went and killed off, and they want the hedge fund to get hit. And yesterday, we have this company, this hedge fund, O'Day, they lost money just because they shorted AMC. Imagine last time where got like this. Last time, if any hedge fund short anything, the next few days we see selling. Gone with the days, okay? No more. Now short sellers are the target board already. You understand that? Yes. Why? Because you did it. Federal Reserve, you are the one who gives this money to people. That's the reason why you give almost completely all the arsenal to kill off short sellers. I think that's one of the things that why the market cannot go down. So you can see that the more shorter stock yesterday all go up yesterday. All the more shorter stock. In case you ask me what are these stocks, I got for you. Okay, you go to Yahoo Finance, you go under All Screener, more shorter stock, you'll probably see them. Okay, now of course most of the counters you may not even know them. I don't know them. So they are pretty, some are small, some are bigger. But the point is this, I'm trying to explain to you. Yesterday, you see all the shorter stocks are all up. Okay, so whether good, bad, lousy counters doesn't matter. As long as you short only, I'm going to buy you up. Short only, I buy you up. So this is the craziness, the madness that's going on. But the thing is, it will never change because the 120 billion is still going to enter the market. So that's why people ask me, Kel, Dow Jones, how high can it go? I think it can go much higher you can think of. All right, I thought you are bear. I say I'm bear, but the market is, you can't fight a printing machine. You understand? You can be the person who spend the money like nobody business. You can be a very lousy businessman. You can be the worst damn businessman on earth. But if your dad has the money and keep on printing for you how to be bad, you cannot be a bad person in a way. That's the reason why I say this pointless. All right, so we have the reason to be bullish, then of course we have the reason to be bearish. And of course, usually when it comes to this segment itself, some people like it, some people hate it. I repeat to you guys, reality is reality, all right? The reality is that now the market is in a terrible position, but you must understand, again, the goddaddy, which is Jerome Powell, he's printing so much money, he's basically lowering interest rate, he allowed banks to lend money. So all these tells you that the market is abundant with money. So you want to short a market that is so bullish, it's going to be very difficult, all right? So now take a look, this is a high yield credits market. Now today, a bit fundamental, it's a bit dry. Now the US high yield corporate, now this is where things get very nice. When you see high yield, it's not because the company is good. The high yield is because the thing is that the bonds is very lousy rating. The rating is very low. That's why the yield is high. In short, if let's say now your business is not going to be very good, okay, the rating is very low, and you want to attract investors to come in to lend you money, then of course you need to give very high interest. Then the investor will make some sense to it. You don't mind taking that risk. So high yield corporate bonds are, in short, bonds are junk bonds. Bonds are really lousy in rating. Now, normally this is inverted. So normally, right, the yield will be up, okay, right? The bond price is very low. So this is the inversion. So normally when the stock market, when it goes up, right? Okay, logically, the people will not buy the bond, the junk bonds, okay? Right, they won't buy. All right. But the problem is, since start of July, you notice it go diverge already. It actually goes the other way around. So which means, trying to tell you that, right? That means that now the yield is starting to climb. All right, the bond price is starting to go down. Okay, so which means that the yield is really going down all the way. The yield is coming off. The yield is coming off. This is inverted. The yield of the junk bonds is coming down. That means that right now people don't even mind getting stupidly low yield just because they want to buy. And that is the reason why we have a problem here. So that means that, right, the market itself is going into a total madness. They don't care, they don't bother. As long as they can buy something, they just don't mind. So that is really insanity at the best and highest level. But do we care? Nope, we don't care. All right. So that's why you see the Bloomberg Barclay High Yield Index. Okay, in case you say, Kel, this one is corporate this is the entire window already. Now, since 2001, you notice that, right, during financial crisis here in 2008 and 2009, right, you look at the high yield. The high yield goes up because why? When people go mad in madness, people will have to go into high yield to just buy, right? But once it collapses, right, you can see it's really drastic. But the problem is this, that in 2008 madness, we are now not even near there at all. Okay, we're not even near there. And yet the yield is so low already. So you can imagine, basically in short, right, with the junk bond yields refusing to follow the general stock euphoria, and now it's went lower, right, to 4.53%. So it basically means that, right, it's not a surprise that companies now are rushing to issue as much debt as possible before the window ends. So what we're trying to say is this, because there's so much people want to buy things, right? So now all this lousy company, they also basically print a lot of junk bond to the market. And because the buying interest is so strong, the yield actually fell. So which means that they are people buying even though the yield is not high because they just want it. They just want it because there's nothing else to buy already. So everything they buy. So Jerome Powell and team has said before, I don't care what will happen, I will do whatever is necessary. So whatever lousy thing, good, bad, everything I just take, as long as it's make the company survive. So that's the reason why now companies are printing a lot of these bonds so that, right, they can borrow money from the people. But the question is this, can they even return this money? And also the yield, that's a big question mark already. So that one, the market don't care. As long as that is what is happening right now, and this is something we have not seen for the last 20 years. Insanity, but that is how it is. And of course, now you can see that amid all the exuberance in the equity market, the hard data is really coming down, meaning all the real solid data, like ISM data, these GDP numbers are all coming down, right? The soft data is also coming down, but you notice that, right, the stock market is still going up. So apparently, what does it mean? That means that now soft, hard data are all coming down, but the stock market just keep going higher. So now the market don't care about data, don't care. So when the market don't care, it's pure madness, right? We all know that when the market don't care, don't bother, it's pure madness. But again, I stress this again. When it's pure madness, it's impossible to talk to, really. So follow the chart, it'll be better, really. Are we clear with this, everybody? Are we clear? If everybody clear, please put the word clear right now. One more time, clear, all right? Because I don't want you to misunderstand what I say about alternate market views. I didn't say it's a bearish view, it's a must-sell view. I'm telling you that what is the reality news versus the market. And I cannot deny this. I'm bearish because I see the whole economy in a very terrible position. It's like, you know, just bought a car that's so beat up, totally next day will just kaput. But because everyone around you owns a car and you have no money, so you're going to borrow from the bank say, okay, I give you $10,000. You take this $10,000, rather than buy food, take care of your loans and stuff, you're going to buy a car because everybody has a car. So what will happen is you drive a lousy car on the road, and if anything happens to you, if suddenly, unfortunately, another car comes in with a better condition, bang onto you, that's it, you will get hurt. But if you tell a person like this now, I want a car, you tell him 10,000 times, the person will say, no, I want a car. So eventually, it's pointless. You understand? Only when you take the car, the beat up car, and go on the road and unfortunately hit accident, then you will regret. But the thing is by the time you regret, you think back and flashback, oh yeah, someone tell me to buy car and stuff like that. But by the time you regret, if you're lucky, you may get unscathed. If you're unlucky, you get hit. That's my point. Please understand this. This is a very important thing that I'm trying to inform you guys. I'm never against you buying car, but I'm informing you now, if you have only a little bit of cash, you want to jump into the market just because you want to be part of the Fed, then go ahead, but just take your precaution, all right? Because you don't want to be on the wrong side of the market when the thing comes. And don't ask me when, because look at it now. Look at this. This is from JP Morgan, not from whatever media. JP Morgan Global Quantitative and Derivatives Strategy says this: since May and July, the number of estimate retail flow to US equities and ETF is going crazy. $16 billion. Oh my goodness. The problem is this: so much money is coming into the market, right? From the retailer, where did it came from? If they're not working, where it came from? So that's the first thing. Number two, all right, if the market is now surging to new high, which it is, but realize that the ROI, the upside, is not as crazy as we earlier last year, right? So what is happening? I want to tell you this: there's always a very simple thing about buyer and seller. There's no such thing as more buyer or no more seller, because every transaction is always a buyer and a seller. No matter how you change it, it's the same. The only difference is the willingness to buy. So if I'm willing to pay for something even more than usual, I give an example, auction, right? Normally, auction, when we start, we go very, very nice, gentle. 10,000, 12,000, 14,000, 16,000, go in 2,000, example. Then if someone will say this, 25,000, someone will say 50,000, the number will jump. It is still a jump of between the next buyer, right? But the difference is that the number jump, much higher, because the person will just want the product and don't care whatever price I'm paying for it. That's the point here, right? So now the thing is this: look at the number of retailers jumping into the market, and look at some of the retailers saying this. This is just a joke here, huh? Right? Example, this guy say, Betsy, guess what? If you download this app, we know which app is that, RH, right? Put in $1,000 and buy this thing called call option, sorry. Then by tomorrow, 5,000. No way. Why? Okay, this is what's happening now in America. Because the thing is this: the options itself, right? They don't know it's a very high leverage product. So if you win money, right, wow, no problem. It's just like basically putting your money now with any broking company, and they give you a leverage of 1 to 500, example. And you buy the Dow Jones with all your cash, $1,000. You can buy probably by 5 contracts. And if the Dow Jones go by 100 points, you make 5K. You understand? So basically 1K can make 5K. Yes, if the leverage is given to you. So for option market, it's also a leverage game, all right? But of course, at the same thing, if it comes down, right, you say, Michael, call options, if I'm wrong, I only lose the amount of money that I can afford. Correct. That is if you do that. But there's a lot of people who now do sell options. They don't do buy option, they sell the option. And that one is really no no base for the losses. It can go really beyond. Okay. So this is one joke over there. There's another joke here itself, right? Now I understand why the high suicide rates are in 1930s crash. Okay, this guy called Tony Bananas. Okay, I don't know them. It's just like people from internet. I just find very amazing and very hilarious. That's why I bring it up to you. Okay, last one is this Dr. Fernando Azola. Man, don't you get it? This time is totally different. I'm not sure where it's coming from now, but it's definitely chipping some of the people there. And okay, bingo, retail is all in. GS, Goldman Sachs, and other banksters rising targets to try to trick the down money into holding on the way down. This could get really scary. So you can see that, right? These are different people having different views and stuff like that. So all I can say is this: we have retailers now jumping into the market already, and this is the highest number since last year March. And now the Dow Jones from that time March, S&P 200, S&P was at 2,400. Today S&P is 4,400. So you imagine this. At this point here, the S&P is 2,400. Okay. Today S&P now is at 4,400. Now 2,400, so little people buy. At this point now, the amount is 7 times. The amount is 7 times more. So do you think that this is crazy? What do you think? I think the answer is pretty clear already. All right. But again, like I say, guys, before we talk shorting the market and go crazy and ballistic, kindly wait for a while. Okay. It's not the time yet. Just wait for a while. Okay. All right, guys. Thank you so much for today's MAO. I hope you enjoyed this session. And I say once again, we will have a lot of great announcements. I think by tonight, you'll see the first announcement coming out already. Not from us, it's from AIMS. Okay. Something solid to do, right? Those who like to do fixed trading, you may like it. All right, guys, I will see you on Monday. Remember, we have still our morning MAO. We also have our special session. Thank you. Have a great day. This is Kel signing off. Bye-bye. All right, thank you. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye. Okay, give me a likes button, likes, love, everything. Okay, thank you very much. Okay, bye-bye.